This is Rafi Guzon, and you are tuned in to Nothing But That Sports Talk.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. I'm here with the coach for the St. John's women's basketball team. I mean, I just got to tell you, like, you guys put together a phenomenal program.
Thank you very much.
Like, when you look back at last year, like, what do you talk to the team about as far as building off of each and every season?
Well, when you look at each season, every team is so different. But when you look at building upon what we had, the competitiveness that we brought every day to practice, the workmanlike mentality that we had every day in practice, the leadership that we had, right? Those are things that really don't graduate. We lost 6 players to graduation, 2 to the portal, so I had 8 players that are gone, 4 returners, and 8 new faces. So we've got a tall task ahead of us with a younger team, but the 4 returners that we have, I think, are able to convey the experience and the leadership and the culture that we had, not just last year, but that we've had in my entire time here. So I do believe a lot of it comes down to the players in our locker room and being able to continue to build off what we had last year. But I'm excited to see what we're going to do.
And with several new players coming into the program, like, what do you talk to them as far as being able to adjust to the college basketball level?
Well, a lot of it always certainly becomes speed, strength for our younger players. And then you have transfers too, though, so they've played at the college level, so there's not as much of a transition for them. But for our younger players, it's more of, what are their daily routines? What are their daily habits? Things that they haven't had to really think about, when they were in high school. So it's always speed and strength initially, and then also being a ferocious, watcher of film and being able to develop their game.
Yeah, and one important part of this season coming up is that St. John's will be hosting a game at Madison Square Garden for the very first time in a while. Like, when you found out that St. John's women's basketball will be playing at the Garden to open up Big East play, what went through your mind, and what do you tell your players as far as taking advantage of this MSG opportunity?
Yeah, look, it's a second home court for us. I've been a part of probably about 11 games here, and we used to play one per year, and COVID happened, and that kind of went away. And so to be able to have a game back here, like I've told them, I never take for granted having an opportunity to play, in Madison Square Garden, a place where, it's still considered the mecca of basketball. Every pro, anyone who plays the game, wants to have an opportunity to play on this floor. And so for our players to have that as a home arena for them, a secondary home for them, along with UBS, it's just a great stage to be on, and you can't take it for granted. So I was extremely excited about it. I know our players are excited about it, and I get goosebumps still every time I get a chance to coach in here.
Yeah, I spoke to a lot of players. They were kind of shocked and excited that they get an opportunity to play at the Garden after so many years of watching the St. John's men's team play at the Garden, and of course they're going to continue to play at the Garden this year. And to add on to it, obviously you knew about Rick Pitino being the coach of the men's side. Like, what are you and the rest of the players going to learn from as far as his coaching style to get incorporated into helping you coach St. John's to as best of a team as they could be?
Well, personally, I hope I get to learn a lot. But no, coach has allowed me to sit in on practices. Obviously, for us, it's just about the energy level. I've been here 21 years, and I've seen some successful men's teams, and we've had others that haven't been as successful. So the one thing I do know is that when our men's basketball team is playing really well, everybody's going to be tuning in. And so, as I've always told our team, on the other side of it, on the women's side, is that you've got to make them care, and so do the men. I mean, we always got to make them care. And I know that Coach Pitino, who's a legend Hall of Famer, arguably probably the greatest coach in college basketball history, he's not coming here to lose. And so I'm excited about that for the energy level, not only for the men's program at St. John's University, but for everybody as a whole. And I think for us on the women's side, there's an excitement level now on both ends of the hallway, and we look to hopefully be both at the top.
And to build off of what you said about making people care about St. John's women's basketball, like, why should people care a lot about women's basketball for St. John's as well as the men's side?
Well, I think they do. I'm not saying that they don't, but I think it's important to be able to win games, obviously, right? You put a product on the floor that's exciting to watch. And I think the success and the sustained success that we have had is something that people should look out for. And I think the women's game, especially basketball, is continuing to explode, as you see how the WNBA has now expanded again. So I think it's a great time for women's athletics and for female athletes. Their ability to earn money even at the college level with NIL now too. So I think there's a lot of great things about being able to come to an arena for a women's basketball game and having a great experience, and not only that, being able to watch a great product.
Appreciate the insight to come here with the St. John's women's basketball team. Like, I'm gonna ask you a question. Like, what is your high expectations for the upcoming season for St. John's women's basketball?
I think our expectation is the exact same as last year. Just come in every day, work hard, and have a winning mindset. We just have to sacrifice and stay focused on what we have to stay focused on.
And as much as the Big East women's basketball continue to evolve, like, how do you plan to continue to build off of the season you guys had?
I definitely think that the Big East evolves every year. The competition is amazing. I think it's one of the best conferences in the world. I think the biggest thing is just knowing that on any given night it can be anybody's day or anybody's game. So in order to continue on the path that we want to go on, we just have to work hard.
And speaking of working hard, like eventually later this season, St. John's is about to have like their Big East opener at the Garden for the first time in like literally a while. I mean, when you found out that news that you're going to be playing at the Garden, like what went through your mind?
It was surreal. To be playing at the Garden is definitely a dream come through. I think this is one of the best places to play at, and just knowing that we're going to have so much support and love from the community and the people in the stands is going to make it even better.
And besides the games at Madison Square Garden, like what do you think, for your own words, like makes St. John's women's basketball like the team to watch?
I think that we're going to get after it every single day. We're going to bring a lot of energy, and it's just exciting basketball to watch. We're definitely all bought in. We're very passionate, and we're going to play just like that every single day.
Appreciate the insight.